Today we're going to learn how to replace the charging port on a hoverboard from Racer. So the problem with my hoverboard is that the 3 prongs inside the charging port are broken. So we're going to learn how to replace that piece by opening up the hoverboard. Let's get started. Okay guys, so to begin with, we're going to have to remove 4 screws on this side of the hoverboard. Only on this side because the charging port is right here and we only need to open this side up to get to all of the insides of the charging port. So these 4 screws right here, you can use either a Phillips head screwdriver or a drill that's Phillips head. So I will begin with that. Okay guys, now that we have these 4 screws off, we have to take off this foot pad on the side of the charging port. So how you do that is you take a flathead screwdriver and just put it in the groove. I've already taken it out a little bit, but you can put it in and peel it off. So now that you've done that, you have to take it off, and you can see there are many more screws down here. So you can remove those again with a drill, all Phillips head, and a screwdriver. So I will do that. Okay guys, now that we have all these screws out, all of them, I've taken them out, we flip the hoverboard over, and now it should be loose enough and we can take it out. Okay, so don't just rip it off because it is still connected by power. So the first thing we need to take out is this. This is a plastic piece. Okay. So this plastic piece is just a click and you pull it out. So you should be able to just click it in and pull it out. So now that is disconnected. And it is, now that I've opened it, we still have to disconnect some things, but now it's just connected to the charging port here. So we have to replace this piece. And now that I've opened it already, I might as well clean it out because it's very, very dirty. Like, look, it's super dusty. So I'm just going to use some compressed air and clean it out. Okay, now that we have everything opened up and dusted out, we can go ahead and remove this charging port. But before we do that, we have to remove this hot glue. So there will be hot glue here. I've already taken it out. But all you have to do is take the knife and pop it off. So once you've done that, there is a nut. You have to take the needle nose pliers and twist the nut until it's loose. So you just twist it until it's loose, and then you can go ahead and take the nut off too. And now what you have to do is take the charging port out. So you have to go in with the needle nose pliers again and just twist it to the left side, and it should become loose, and you can you'll be able to pop it out like that, like so. And the last step before we can take this out is cutting the wires. So we can use the wire cutter on most pliers and just cut it. So now the charging port is completely out. So we can get our replacement part and install it, and our charging port will be ready. Okay guys, the replacement part for my hoverboard has finally arrived. And I made sure to save the old part because the connector on the new charging port does not fit into the connector on the hoverboard. It doesn't fit. So I saved the old connector, and I'm gonna cut this connector off and just attach this using some electrical tape. That way it can fit onto the hoverboard. And it's low voltage, so I don't think I have anything to worry about. So the charging port comes in 2 different sizes. You have to make sure you get the correct one for your hoverboard. Mine is 9.8 millimeters. It comes in 13 point something millimeters too. So you have to make sure you get the correct size. I'll leave the links to these in the description. So I will just cut these off and electrical tape the old connector to the new charger. So I used some needle nose pliers to cut the adapter off. And then I used the some wire strippers to cut the end of the wire off. So I have some metal to connect to this side. So now I need to strip some of this too, and I will be able to connect it and tape it up. See? So now we have metal on both sides. So now that I have all the wires with the ends, I'll just twist them on like this. And I will electrical tape them to make sure they're secured. Okay, now we have the wires twisted on. And now I'm going to use some electrical tape to secure them. So I'll just cut a piece that's pretty small. And I'll wrap it around. So I twisted both sides on, and I put a lot of electrical tape on them. And now I have to plug it in and see if it works. So I'll just put it in the connector and get the charger for the hoverboard and put it in. And I heard a beep and the hoverboard turned on. So it lighted up and it's on and it's working. So I have to put the charger back through the case and screw everything on. And my hoverboard is working again. So with a little bit of hard work and time, you can save a $200 hoverboard with a $6 part from Amazon. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Video. Make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next video where I'll be showing you guys how to set up and trying to learn how to print with the Print Cube. It's a really small printer, mobile printer, and it's supposed to work really easily. That's a printer, so I'll be reviewing that in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed and see you next time. I just remembered, when we put this in, there's a nut. I forgot to put the nut in, and the nut can't pass through this white connector. It's too small. So I have to take all the tape out and untwist everything so I can put it through the wires and make sure it stays secure. So before you put the connector on, make sure you put the nut in and so it stays secure. So now I've detached this from the connector, and now what you need to do is just run it through here, the charging port, and get it in. Like this. And now you just run the nut through the wires. And now you can secure the nut and make sure this, and then use a little hot glue to make sure this doesn't come out. So I'm just gonna secure the nut and then use hot glue. I've tightened the nut all the way, and I'm just gonna use a little hot glue like they had and just run it over to make sure it doesn't come out. And now I'll twist these wires back into the connector and use electrical tape again. And we can screw this on. And we're done.